everybody, it's Erin, the dating advice girl, and I am here with Reed Mihalko. How are you, Reed?
Fabulous.
Thanks so much for joining us here.
Next to dating advice.
I can't believe I'm standing next to Reed. So we just gave a fantastic talk here at the Pleasure Chest in West Hollywood. He's a sex and relationship expert, and he's fantastic. So Reed can ask you a few questions about what you do.
Well, of course, but only if you promise to put it on the interwebs.
Oh, exclusively, of course.
Then by all means, fire away.
This isn't for my personal pleasure, although I might use it later for something. Okay.
Sound a little dirty.
A little bit, a little innuendo. Okay, so can you talked about the relationship elevator speech.
Yeah.
Can you run down those things really quick for my audience and listeners?
So it's the safer sex elevator speech.
Okay.
And the basic idea is that you can figure out what your needs are and how to negotiate safer sex for yourself and be able to kind of just distill that all into like a 2-minute elevator pitch.
Yes, fantastic.
Basically, we're in an elevator. You and let's say you and I,
yes,
met.
Yes, in the elevator
at the Pleasure Chest in LA.
Okay, just say.
And then let's say there had an elevator, and then we're in the elevator, and we have already figured out that we would like to maybe,
get it on.
So I want to be able to initiate a safer sex conversation.
Okay.
And be able to tell you when I got tested last, what my status was, or what my current status is.
Yes.
What my relationship agreements are, what my safer sex needs are, around barriers and stuff like that.
Right.
And then what I'm into and maybe something I'm not into.
Okay.
And the reason that that's so important to be able to initiate that conversation, because a lot of people don't know how to initiate that conversation.
Right.
And when you have that all figured out, and you can just kind of be like, bah, there it is.
Right.
What's super important is the next 2 minutes.
Yes.
After I said my part, I can be like, what about you?
Yeah, fantastic.
And then in those next couple of minutes, I can assess a lot about where you are in your own self-awareness and knowing what and communicating what your sex and relationship needs are.
Right.
In those next 2 minutes, I can assess a lot about who you are and where you are in your life so that I can adjust my expectations accordingly.
Because, for what I do, I specialize in the first 6 months of a relationship, and that seems to be a huge problem, just communication issues in general, but especially when it comes down to sex and, what you like. And, yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've been in relationships and that conversation never comes up.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous, right?
And if you're waiting for them to start the conversation, that means it's time for you to start it.
Right, absolutely. Love it. Fantastic. Okay, a couple more questions. What would you say? I know, might as well just read it. It's terrible. It's so unprofessional. What would you say is one of the most common errors singles make in relationships, off the top of your head?
What's the most common relationship?
Most common error, relationship error.
I would say the most common error is people know something's up, or something that they're supposed to talk about, or something that's not being said. Like there's an elephant in the room, and nobody mentions it.
Totally. So I totally agree with that. So a communication issue.
Yeah.
Potentially. Okay, next question. What makes you different from other relationship experts, and would you describe yourself as unconventional in terms of the expert, your expertise?
Yes, I would describe myself as unconventional.
I would too.
And without moving the camera, what makes me different than all the other sex educators?
I'm nervous.
I'm not wearing pants right now.
See, look at that. It's fantastic. Fantastic. I love it. Okay.
Basically, what makes me different is I'm a complete jackass.
No, but you know what? I'm like, maybe a little, but it's all in the best sense. Yes. Like, he's very knowledgeable. Really great.
I'm using humor to get people to take a very serious topic and lighten up a little bit so that we can start to talk about it.
Because like you said, he said this earlier, like we might have sex ed in school, maybe, and it's like barely touches on anything. And I don't remember anything from the classes I took, so this is fantastic.
Yeah, and really a lot of what I talk about is communication skill sets.
Absolutely. And so you're doing a college tour coming up this year?
I'm already teaching and speaking at a lot of colleges, but the idea, what we've got cooking right now is in September. It's one of the largest sex education tours ever.
Roar.
Yeah, exactly. That was good.
Roar. I don't know what that means. Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, one last question for you, Reed. Thank you so much again.
You're welcome.
What do you enjoy the most about being a sex and relationship expert?
I mean, it's fun to get paid to talk to people about
yeah.
sex and not be creepy.
Yeah, well, a little creepy. No, I love you. It's all in love.
And
You're fantastic.
help.
No, come on. No, it's great.
She's making me do this.
I am.
Help me.
I'm very forceful, everybody.
And, I mean, honestly, like, and this is going to sound cheesy, but it's nice helping people.
Yeah.
And helping people not have to reinvent the wheel after, like, all the awkward weirdness and, like, 7th grade angst
Yes,
that I had in my relationships.
absolutely.
So
It's
that's
fantastic.
really rewarding.
Yay! So this is Reed Miyako, everybody, here with me, the dating advice girl at the Pleasure Chest. He's fantastic. Read your website, Read About Sex. Do you want to spell it for us?
It's REID aboutsex.com, and I'm not wearing any pants.
He's not wearing pants and he's fantastic. So you guys should come see him. He's touring around, so go see him and go to his website. Thanks, guys. See you on the show.